Hello there, and welcome back to the channel. Got another session with Indy. This is obviously our second session filming, and then there's just a lot of things to cover, or at least that I want to cover in this one. Just because usually the second video is kind of meant to be a demonstration in comparison from that first video where the dog generally learns or has learned nothing, knows nothing, and we're just building a relationship, and then now we've been working with them for about a week and see that progress. The thing is, Indy already had a lot of good obedience, so it looked like the second or third week kind of video already from that first one. So there's not much to compare there. Generally, I guess I would say she's a little bit more chill and lets me have my usual long-winded intros and whatnot. But you can also notice we got the e-collar on her. Right now, it's just kind of getting her conditioned to wearing it and not directly associating that it means something. Also, I'll be pressing the buttons a lot, but it's at 0, so she's not going to be feeling anything, but just so that she can hear the auditory clicks that come with this and desensitize her to that. Because of the reason for the training, just some stranger danger, there is was anyways, a potential bite risk. I would say there still kind of is. We'll work on and play a little bit with the muzzle training too. I know, I'm talking a lot, you're bored. Just because she's big, she's strong, and very impulsive. Just kind of young and immature that way. You okay? So yes, we'll dabble in a little bit of muzzle training, but the big thing that we're gonna get to is also introducing her to the treadmill. So there will be a movement of the camera once we get there, but hopefully I remember and just save the treadmill stuff for the end so that there's not a whole lot of back and forth movement of the camera. Make it easy for Kate and not develop any seasickness. Are you okay?
What is happening right now?
Indy, let's go. Come on. There we go. Let's walk around, make sure your hips are okay from that. Okay. Yeah, she got bored with my long-winded intros. Hey, no, we're not chasing tail. Okay, really bored apparently. Indy here? Yes. Place. Good. Yes. So, as you can hear, down. Good. Just pressing the button for the e-collar. Yes. Has an auditory sound. If you watch all of the other videos, I've gone over this a number of times. Down. Yes. And the proper order of operations that we might want to use this e-collar. Down. Yes. Voice, stem, body, leash. Place. Yes. Maybe for the vibrate or the tone when we get to that for the recall and the down, but sometimes there could be reason to do the stem, press, hold as pressure, place. Kate walked away. No. Place. Good. Yes. That click can be a sort of tell that we're about to ask for something. We are asking for something, and they get primed into paying attention to do whatever it is that we're asking because they hear the click. It's kind of an activator, which in of itself isn't such a bad thing. Down. Yes. But when you need to know that the dog is feeling the stem, again later, we're not using the stem at all right now. Down. Yes, because there's more stuff going on in the environment and you need to know that what their working level is to take it more seriously. You want to make sure you're not falling into the trap that they've been doing the things all along because they heard the click, not so much they felt the sensation. Down. Yes. So our next video will be properly introducing her to the stem. Here. Yes. Down. Yes. Good girl. Indy. Good. Heel. Yes. Heel. Heel. Why don't you chew your food? Hey, heel. 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 Yes. All right. Had to do extra work on that one to kind of salvage it and let her have a win. Indy, heel. Good. Heel. Yes. Now, what's going to be very helpful and valuable for her when we get to the treadmill, place, is, as you can maybe already tell, yes. Mentally, she's starting to get fatigued. We haven't done a whole lot. I haven't really challenged. Down. Yes. But even playing simple games of Simon Says can be a little mentally draining for some dogs, and it very much is for her. Sit. Oh. Sit. Good. Good sit. And despite how draining it is for her, it's not enough to completely satisfy, fulfill her in terms of her personality, her life and whatnot. She needs more physical. Good. So we've seen some playing of tug and whatnot on social media. I might do that a little bit at the end of this session too. Good. And that can physically wear her out, on top of some mental when we're having rules of the game, outing, and even some obedience within it. But again, that's where the treadmill can be a great benefit to kind of bridge that gap there. Yes. So before she gets too much more tired, I said already I was going to do some, not a toy. This is for your mouth, your muzzle. Just reach in there. There you go. All I'm doing, I have the hardware, the strap inverted, so it's just easy for her to put her face in there, and through the hole right under where her chin would go, I'm sticking my fingers with some food for her to reach in, take the food. I'm not trying to put a command to it or anything. I just want her getting more and more conditioned to this idea of putting her face in the equipment here. Now, I just grabbed a random muzzle that's been sitting out for some of this work that we've done with a few other dogs on occasion. Not so much, trying to get the proper size. I just need something big enough for her face to be going in there. But it's actually looking like, let's see, this is size 5. This might be the right size. I think it's a touch big, but the size 4 might be too small. All right. Now, you might be able to see it. She's very much looking at this hand because I'm grabbing more food. Muzzle. You can start to put a word on it because she's getting very comfortable. So there's this separation here. Muzzle. Bring them together. She comes in. Muzzle. She's getting tired, so I don't think she's going to connect the dots very well in this session, but we're going to build it into where I can have them side by side. Muzzle. Yes. And get something along those lines where she's going to put the muzzle in without needing the food bribery, the lure to get in there. Muzzle. Yes. And then the food comes afterward. Muzzle. Yes. I'm kind of putting the treat behind. Muzzle. Yes. She's getting it, but I can tell she's getting fatigued. So before we go too far, let's finally get into the treadmill stuff. Now, introducing dogs to the treadmill, it's very much like place. I use a different word for it, but I need them when it's turned off, just used to it. Tread. Give the command, lure them up. Because I want her standing here and not thinking about jumping off at all right away, I'll hold it for a second. Yes. Indy. Turn her around. She gets off, she gets the food. Tread. By the way, this is our first session today. We've had a busy morning, so we haven't gotten a whole lot of work done, and she's already getting pretty tired. Yes. Indy, come on. I was hoping she would have a little bit more steam than this, so. Tread. Yes. For smaller dogs in particular, it's pretty important that we lure them all the way to the front. tread. She gets on from the back, walk up to the front, and that's why I'm delivering the, oops, you get it? Delivering the food right here. Yes, because this is the zone I want them to be standing in or running in once we actually get it going. Now, she was really easy about getting up there, wasn't concerned about the thing, the object, like some dogs can with place in general. But now that she's used to that, some dogs pressing the buttons, the clicks that happen here can be interesting. I'm gonna turn it on. It's running. She's curious, doesn't care. I'll offer some food. I'll turn it off. She doesn't care. Some dogs just, it moved, it stopped. Ah, what is this witchcraft? And well, there's a conversation about that. She doesn't care. Indy, tread.
I did this with her once before, by the way. I don't know if you have.
And then getting them back on right afterward. For some dogs, because of the witchcraft, they're now suddenly concerned about getting on this thing that they were quite comfortable with. Indy doesn't care. Yes. I'll turn it on again. Usually I do this step a couple of times. Let them run, or let the treadmill run, let them watch it. She's walking in the back. Are you gonna get on by yourself? Are you skipping steps? I'm trying to make this a mini tutorial and skipping steps isn't always helpful. But anyways, I'll do the turning it off. I might bring the dog to the back so they can see it from back here. Same idea. Give them some food. They're observing the witchcraft. Turn it off. Let it stop. Come back around. Bring them on. Come on. Indy. Tread. We gotta chew our food the first time, kid. There we go. Yes. And I might repeat that a handful of times to get to this level of comfort for other dogs. But we're already there with Indy without really trying. So the next step, tread. Get them on. Bring them to the front. Start the treadmill. Have a lot of food ready. Come on, come on, come on. Good, good. There we go. Big old stompy clunky steps, toast blade wide, staring confused down at the floor that's moving beneath her. It's weird. Just do it for a few seconds, let it stop. Some dogs, when it stops, when they're on it for the first time like this, they and panic. And they want to do a whole lot of activity when we just want them to just stop. Everything stopped, we're still. She's getting a lot of food for this, I might. Yes, release her off. She gets some food and we go right back on. Tread. Food for getting on. We're gonna turn it on again. Oh, there we go. Good. And you can see she's picking her head up more, standing more upright, maybe stepping a little awkwardly, but mostly because it's going slow for her. She wants it to go faster. She's getting ready and anticipating the food. She's looking for the food as opposed to being so focused on the treadmill. So again, we can stop on and off a few times at this lowest speed, the half mile that this goes. But now she's looking at the chair. She's more interested in the food. These are all signs that we're ready to turn up the speed. So I'm just gonna bring it up half a mile. So we're at 1 mile an hour now. She's now looking at the floor, concerned, not really concerned, but curious. For her, that's a better way to describe it. Other dogs, concerned could be true. Because it changed. It's faster, what do I do about this? And we wanna have a conversation with them as much as is necessary. And in this case, it's just because of the food. You do nothing different about it except for keep up. I'll go up another half mile an hour, so 1.5. More focus on the task. Whoops, that's why you chew your food. There we go, good girl. 2 miles an hour now, total. There we go, and I think this is gonna be a good speed for her, at least for this first time. As big and energetic as the dog she is, for sure we're gonna go much faster than that once she gets more comfort. But you can see, hopefully my hand's not blocking it too much. She wants the food, but she's also focused on the floor, like, if I walk and chew bubblegum at the same time, I might trip, kind of a thing. Come on. Come on. There we go. Good girl. All right. So we've been at this for 2 minutes on this stretch. And I think I'll just stop it there. Again, as always, when it stops, it does a nice slow down as opposed to abruptly stopping or even too quick of a slow down. Good. Yes. Oh, you want to go at the front? Fine, we can go at the front. But again, once it comes to a stop, we want to stay stopped on the treadmill for just a couple of seconds. We don't want them panicking, jumping off right off the bat, turning around or anything crazy like that. Just be still, be patient, and then we will release you off. Indy, what are you doing? Good. But there we go. Quick little update. The obedience is going very well. I didn't show off too much of it in terms of like a demonstration and truly showing it off. It's more just a quick warm up. And then yes, we're gonna keep working on the muzzle training. We're definitely gonna get more on the treadmill just to exercise her, especially one that's really, really cold outside. It's single digits most of today. So fun. But yeah, I think she needs a nap now, even though stuff. Indy, come here. You're not cooperating as I keep yapping. There we go. So, there we go. Quick little update. Good girl. As always, if you like what you saw, hit the like button. If you have any questions about anything, drop them in the comment section down below. And be sure to subscribe so you can keep up with us and everything that we've got going on. Otherwise, we'll see you guys next time. Yes, good girl. All done.